2023 is around the corner. What films are you wanting to see in that year? Let's talk about my 10. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon. Now, we're going to talk about my most anticipated movies of 2023. I said I was going to do 10. That's a lie. I'm doing 11 because I could do what I want. And this is in no particular order. This is just, I went through Box Office Mojo and what movies are supposed to come out in 2023. Of course, this is not everything I know about. There's going to be a lot of movies from Sundance, other festivals that come out of nowhere. This is me looking at that list. And unfortunately, there's a lot of sequels because it looks like there's not a lot of original stuff coming out in 2023. So that is a bummer. So the first one is Killers of a Flower Moon. This is Martin Scorsese's movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. It was supposed to be released in 2022 by Apple Plus, but it got delayed to 2023. So this is going to be a very interesting story. I love Martin Scorsese films. Leonardo DiCaprio is a great actor, even though he needs to start dating people his own age. Like, really, dude, you're in the 40s. Stop dating people under 25. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Killers of the Flower Moon, I think it's going to be a great period piece. And I think it's going to be pretty brutal because of its story matter. Number 2 is going to be The Killer. David Fincher. Love him as a director. Michael Fassbender as a serial killer or a hitman. We don't really know. I don't really know what it's about. I just know it has both those involved. It's supposed to be on Netflix. Hasn't been released yet. But anytime I see a David Fincher show and it has to do with serial killers or cops, kind of like Seven, and his dark grittiness of storytelling, you cannot go wrong with The Killers. And I do think it is going to be a great, great film. Cannot wait for that one to come out. All right, the next on the list is The Exorcist. Kind of like what Halloween did. This is a direct sequel to the 1974 horror film, The Exorcist, which I think is one of the few only horror films to get nominated for like Best Picture. I know Get Out did, but I don't really consider Get Out a horror film, but that's just my opinion. This has Leslie Odom Jr. in it, and I don't know where this is going to go, but I think this could be a fun, scary, it better be scary. That's all I'm going to say is this film better be scary, but I do have high hopes for Exorcist. Next on the list is Christopher Nolan is back with Oppenheimer. Once I heard that Christopher Nolan recreated the atomic bomb or the nuclear bomb or whatever it's called without CGI, what? Then you have a cast of like Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh. Like, you cannot, and that's just only 5 of them. If you actually see the whole list of people, you cannot doubt this film. This film is going to be fantastic. All right, next on the list might shock people. Insidious 5. So why is Insidious 5 on the list? This is a sequel to, I believe, the third one. This is directed by Patrick Wilson. This is his directorial debut of doing this. Why am I excited for it? Because James Wan has directed Patrick Wilson in a lot of his horror films. He is in Insidious. He is in the Conjuring universe. So why wouldn't Patrick Wilson be the perfect director debut for this film? So that's why I'm excited for it. He knows the tropes. He knows what James Wan has done. So I think Patrick Wilson will put that James Wan flair with his own personal flair. So I am pretty excited to see where Insidious 5 takes this franchise. All right, next on the list, you know it's going to be on the list. Transformers Rise of the Beast. I have Transformers tattoos. I have Transformers statues. Of course, this is going to be on the list. However, the trailer was pretty cool. But I'm gonna lie, I thought the song, the Biggie song, did not fit the trailer at all, in my opinion. But I do think it is going to be fun, unique, and a blast from the past and in the theaters. I cannot wait. The next one on the list is unfortunately the last original film, and this one's by Guy Ritchie. It's called The Covenant. Has Jake Gyllenhaal in it. Huge fan. Guy Ritchie, huge fan. You can't go wrong then, can you? Which is kind of interesting, and this movie might come out before the Operation something with Aubrey Plaza, Hugh Grant, Jason Statham, and Josh Hartnett. That was supposed to come out this year, but now it's 2023, and now The Covenant might come out before that. I have no idea what's happening with the Guy Ritchie films, This is about a soldier in Afghanistan, and a translator needs to get the soldier out. Yes, Guy Ritchie back to like the nitty gritty world of like, just going down the barrels of like, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, Wrath of Man. His grittiness, yeah, you might like his Aladdin, but this down to earth stuff, love from Guy Ritchie. Next on the list, you cannot go wrong with Keanu Reeves with John Wick 4. Seriously, who is not excited for this film? That's right. Everyone is excited for this film. If my mom is excited for John Wick 4, yes. And you have now like Skarsgård, you have Donnie Yen, you have this, and you have the dogs coming back. So I'm pretty sure Halle Berry's coming back. But that dog battle in the third one, so good. Next is probably my only comic book movie on the list, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm a sucker for the Guardians of the Galaxy. I do think that is one of the better Marvel's movies. And with this one, with it might be their last one, I think this might be James Gunn's last hoorah in the Marvel Universe. And also, I think it's Bradley Cooper's last hoorah with doing anything but what he's going to write or direct. A little pretentious. But anyway, I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be a fantastic outing for these characters. But hopefully, maybe some of them will continue on in other, universes. Maybe Thor. Maybe not. Next on the list is Evil Dead Rise. So this film was supposed to be released in 2022 only on HBO Max. But it did so good in the screen testing that they think they're going to make money in the theaters. Good. Thank you. Sam Raimi is not directing, but he is producing, and he said there's only 2 stipulations, that there has to be a book in the film, and the symbiotes, I'm saying that correctly, I'm pretty sure I'm not, I'm still sick, but have to be good. Some of them have to be good. So it's very interesting where this is going. They also said this isn't going to be as dark as the 2013 film, but it also isn't going to be as, sinister as the 1980s film. So they're going to try to go in between, So let's see what Evil Dead Rises happens, and I'm ready for the blood-soaking madness. And the last one, you're going to laugh, Expendables 4. I know. Listen, I am a sucker for Sylvester Stallone films. I mean, seriously, Rambo? That last Rambo film was freaking awesome. Samaritan? Yeah, it was fine. I mean, it could have been a lot worse, but, I was expecting it was better than it should have been, let's put it that way. And now this one is going back to the R rating. He said they screwed up making, the third one PG-13. I think the director of this one is Scott Vaughn, if I'm saying that correctly. He is a stuntman who did, Need for Speed and other films. And people might not like that Need for Speed film, but you cannot deny the realism of stuntmen becoming directors, doing the action set pieces. So I'm pretty excited for where Expendables 4 goes. So that is it for 2023. I'm pretty sure there's going to be way more movies I'm excited for coming out. There's like Infinity Pool that you can put on there and other ones. But, it's the beginning of the year and you really don't know what's going to come out and what is going to get delayed. But anyway, Chase Talk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think is Blue Futonopia, you Blue Futonians. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. And people are thinking next goal wins. Nah. Taika Waititi needs to slow his roll a little bit.